I'm planning on covering some serious miles in Elly the 2CV in January, but her headlamp switch smells of burning, which is a bit strange because it hasn't got full voltage going through it because she runs relays. But I suspect there's either some dirt in the switch or the contacts are just not making a really clean connection. So let's have the switch apart. First thing we need to do is free the switch from the car. We get the indicator stalk out of the way by doing that, and now we can unscrew it. There's a clamp that holds this and the indicator mount to the steering column. We'll undo those, and then we need to get all the wires undone. And if I take the light with me and jump out, lost the microphone, it's caught on the gear lever. Why am I so rubbish? As you can see up there, we've got all the wires in the back, and they're all a screw fit in. And this is useful because now I've got to try and remember the order in which they go. I might take a photo before dismantling. Battery's disconnected, so these wires are all safe. Otherwise there is power going to this at all times, the ignition on or off, so you have to be a bit careful. And we'll go and actually I might leave it connected and just take the casing off, and we'll see what's what. Here's where things get really interesting as we peel that away. So if I bring the light round a bit more, you can see how the switch works. You can see those two contact points, and as the switch rotates, different contact points come into contact with the contacts, if you see what I mean. But it must be said, this drum looks in terrible shape really, so I think we'll have that out. Is there any attempt at focus? There we go. And I think we'll clean that up a bit. And we'll also get a bit of emery or something on the contact points themselves. Yeah, this isn't in great condition at all. The contacts are looking pretty well mangled. We'll see what we can do. We can adjust the tension a bit by just giving them a bit of a shove, and we can clean up the mating faces a bit as well. But yeah, I mean, they're all pretty worn. They've seen an awful lot of use. I've no idea if this is Elly's original light switch or not, because she has done 209,454 miles now, which means she's getting on for 300 miles since I did the rebore of the engine. But yeah, I may have to conclude that this light switch is just worn out. So of course, if it is her original light switch, then it's done a lot of miles before I fitted relays. But yeah, gosh, knackered. Right, all reattached again. Time for the moment of truth. Battery reconnected. Headlights active. Pull that up, that should be side lights. That appears to be side lights. Yeah, you can just see the illumination is on in the speedometer. Slightly curious headlamp switch on a 2CV. V is for wheel, so it switches between headlights, dip beam and side lights. If you turn it again, you get R for route, I think, which is your out of town, and now you switch between dip beam and main beam. And yeah, that's one of the issues, that you knock this and you lose all the lights. Suggests that switch is not very healthy. 2CVs in the UK did not have a main beam warning light. I don't think they had one in France either. So we had to steal them from other cars. That one is from a German spec 2CV, as is the indicator light up there. We didn't get those either. And lots of 2CVs failed the MOT on not having an indicator or a main beam warning lamp, but they actually get a dispensation. It was a mistake back in the day. They should have had them for type approval, but they didn't. But yeah, what I can't tell is whether that's smelling at the moment. Obviously there's a few less volts going through it at the moment because the engine's not running. It's probably on about 12 volts, whereas if the engine's running it'd be more like 14. And I can't say I'm greatly thrilled by the idea of going for a drive at the moment. See how long the battery will put up with this, because it's horrible. It's been pouring down with rain and Elly's been sat in the garage not doing anything, poor love. Just in case some of you have spotted this disattached wire here, that should connect to there, which is the back of the wiper switch. The reason that's disconnected is because the wipers aren't parking properly, because there's actually a brake in the motor that should stop the wipers, and it isn't doing that. So you turn the wipers off and they just keep going. So I've disconnected the parking switch so I can stop the wipers where I want just by taking my finger off. It's not ideal because you have to turn them off in exactly the right place every time, but nonetheless it's a system that works. I definitely can't smell burning at the moment, so I think I might judge that a success for now, but more trials to be done. So we'll go back to dip beam and then we'll turn them off 2 turns to turn them off. So yeah, I think I might have to put a new headlamp switch on the to-do list, but I need to get this done because Elly's due to cover a lot of miles in January. I'm really looking forward to January. I've got no magazine work to do in January at all, and which is why I'm glad you've all been buying so much merchandise, because at least I'll be able to afford food and petrol for going on mighty adventures in a 2CV. There's a possibility of Scotland, there's a very strong possibility of North Yorkshire, so we'll see what comes about. Actually, I might be able to declare this one a success. We've just been for a drive, so the engine's warm. I'm holding the revs up to hold the voltage up. I can smell nothing amiss. Beautiful. So it only remains me to say thank you for watching this very short update on Elly the 2CV. Don't forget to subscribe before you go, and I shall see you in a future video. Farewell.